Alright, so today we're going to do slope as a unit rate. And before we get started, I'm just going to apologize now. I'm the one who copied the foldables all wrong. So just bear with me, find the page that I'm on, and copy down, and follow along where I'm at, okay? So there, the apology is over. It's my fault, and we're just going to have to deal with it. Alright, so let's see if we can find the correct page to get on in your green foldable. So I think on the page that says slope at the bottom, that it looks like this somewhere. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to review what slope is. Remember slope in our slope-intercept form equation, slope is represented by the letter M. Okay, slope is also rise over run. Again, slope is also the change in y over the change in x. And so therefore we always write our slope as the change in y over the change in x. So here we have some different graphs. This graph right here is showing positive slope. We know that it's positive because it is going up to the right. And also when we rise, we are rising 2 and we are running 3. So therefore our slope is 2/3. Over here, this is negative slope because we are going down to the right. We are going downhill. So if we do our rise over run, we are rising how many? 3. And we are running to the left how many? 5. But since we're going to the left, that means that it's negative. So our slope then would be a negative 3/5. Now if we look here at the zero slope, a zero slope is when you have a horizontal line, and the reason is because to go from this point to this point we are rising 0 and we are running 4 units. Well, 0 divided by 4 is going to give us 0. Here we have a vertical line, and when we do our rise, we are rising 4 and we are running 0. When you first started learning about division, when you divide by a number, you're putting it into groups. So here we are saying we need to take 4 units and put it into 0 groups. Can we have 0 groups? No, we cannot. Therefore, anytime you divide by 0, it is undefined. Alright, so find this page in your foldable. I think it says slope is a unit rate at the bottom of it. And example 9 says Sarah drove at a rate of 3 miles every 6 minutes. So our time is 6 minutes, and the distance in miles they told us was 3. So then we have to say, okay, well 3 miles plus 3 miles is going to give us 6 miles. Up here in our time we were counting by 6, and in our miles we're counting by 3. So at the top, 12 plus 6 would give us 18. 18 plus 6 would give us 24. And then at the bottom, again, we're counting by 3, so 12 plus 3 would give us 15. So, if we look at our graph, it is counting by 2's. So on the time, we need to go over to 6, so that's 2, 4, 6, and then we need to go up 3. So that's going to be in between those 2 lines. Okay? Next we have 12, 6. So I go to 1 line past the 10 because that would be 12, and then I go up 3 lines because that would be 2, 4, 6. Next we have 18 and 9. Well, 18 is going to be right before the 20, And 9 is going to be right before the 10, just a little below it. And then next we would have 24, so that's going to be 2 past the 20. And then we got to go up to 12, which is going to be 1 line past the 10. And then our last one is at 30 and 15, which 15 is going to be just halfway between 10 and 20. About right there. So then if we draw our line, okay, the first thing they want us to do is find the slope of the line. So if I choose to find, let's say, from this point to this point, okay, I am rising 2, 3, and I am running 2, 4, 6. So our slope then is 3/6, which reduces to 1/2. Okay, so then they want us to write that as a unit rate. Well, if we divide 1 by 2, okay, and we say 1/2, well, that is 1 mile every 2 minutes. Okay, because remember this is our y over our x. Our y represented miles. Over here on our y-axis we have miles, and our x represented time in minutes. So therefore the bottom represents minutes. 1 divided by 2 would give us 0.5, or we could say 1/2 mile per minute. So there's our unit rate. Alright, next find the page that has unit rate at the top of it. Unit rate is a rate in which the second quantity in the comparison is 1 unit, whatever that unit would be. So here, if we have 120 bottles in 6 cases, we can say 120 divided by 6, or we could set up a proportion, either way. We could set, and so we'd say 120 divided by 6, which would give us 20 bottles per case. Okay, here we have 84 books for $84 for 4 books. So again, we can divide 84 over 4, or we could set it up as a proportion. We want to know how much it's going to cost for 1 book. Okay, so this would be like dividing by 4 here, dividing by 4 here. 84 divided by 4 is going to give us 21. Therefore, it would be $21 per book. It doesn't matter which method you use, you're still going to get the same answer as long as you do the mathematics correct. Okay, next we have 60 pencils in 5 packages. So if we took 60 and we divided it by 5, we're going to get 12. So that would be 12 pencils per pack. Here, 420 miles in 7 hours. I'm going to show you the proportion way again. 420 over 7 equals x over 1. So we would divide by 7 here, divide by 7 here, which then gives us 60 miles per hour. Okay? Alright, we have a couple more sections left. Alright, so on number 5, we need to find the unit rate given a graph. Remember that our unit rate is going to be our y over our x. So we want our x to be 1. So we need to find out how many miles in 1 minute. So if we go up 1 on our hours, then we need to look and see where it comes out on our y. So therefore that would be 50. So therefore it is 50 miles per hour. Here on number 6, we need to do the same thing. We want to find out how many books were read in 1 week. So if we follow it up, we see that that was 3 books per week. It's pretty easy, folks. And we're doing the same thing on this page. We are finding the unit rate. And for here, it's not as easy to find. On this one, I know exactly where a point is here. It's at 2, 8. Okay? So that would be 8 cups for every 2 quarts. We want to know how many cups in 1 quart. So if we took to go from 2 to 1, we would have to divide by 2. So then on the top we divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 would give us 4. So it would be 4 cups per quart. On number 8, I'm not real sure exactly where I don't know where the point is at 1 ticket. But I do know that 2 tickets cost $90. So we would say $90 for 2 tickets. We want to find out how much it's going to cost for 1 ticket. So we would divide by 2, divide by 2. 90 divided by 2 gives us 45. Therefore, it is $45 per ticket. Alright, I believe we're through for this one. So I will see y'all tomorrow and we will practice this some more in class.